Okay, as someone that spends a lot of his time on indie films or commercial projects, I've recently come across a piece of equipment that has become absolutely essential for me on the set. And it's not what you think it is. It's actually a piece of communication gear. This is the Hollyland SolidCom C1. Now, this is a very simple but essential device if you're running with any kind of teams on set. Now, I do want to say one thing. I did purchase this with my own money. I have not been contacted by Hollyland for any reason. This is something that I picked up to work on my independent film that I worked on this summer, and I find myself now using it on every shoot I go onto. And it's one of those things I kind of want to share with why I think this device is a great deal. And if you don't have it on your set, this is something that could really, really make your life a lot better and communicate with everyone on set so much easier. Oh, and do me a favor, if you find this useful, do me a favor and please subscribe and like this channel. It is really, really hard to keep a YouTube channel up and going, and you would not believe how important it is to have those subscribers out there helping me keep this thing going. Now, to start off, the C1 is basically a headset. I mean, it's pretty simple. You got an earpiece here. You can slip it right on, and the good news is it's got a microphone on it. And what is great about this is a hands-free device. Anytime I have the microphone in a talking position, it is communicating. If I want to mute it for some reason, boom, I just lift it up and it's muted. This is really, really helpful. I know a lot of us, if you're dealing with traditional walkies and stuff on set, you actually have to like clack into it and talk to it while you're doing it. Well, this is very, very difficult if you're communicating while you're operating gear or doing things like that. And what I love about this is I can put this down and actually be in communication with someone even if I'm running a camera gear. If for some reason I want to quickly get off, I can just come up and put it out there. So this kind of flexibility makes it extremely, extremely helpful. Now, to talk about the headset itself, I mean, the first thing you're going to notice using this is that this thing is incredibly light. You can easily wear this for 10, 12 hours and it's not going to bug you. Matter of fact, a lot of times you even forget it's on. And I've worn heavier headsets before that are kind of bulky, and I was just really amazed when I first got this at just how comfortable and light it is. It's very, very comfortable, and it comes with these kind of leather parts that attach to your body. You can put these are optional, or you can just have a plain like kind of cloth one. But the leather ones feel really, really good. They hold up really well. They're good at isolating sound, and you can just wear them all day. Now, I got the 4 microphone kit, and I got them for $9.99 for 4 of them, which was actually a tremendous deal, seeing that a lot of the professional ones cost 3 to 4 times as much money. But what I really like about it is it comes with this battery case. So you can literally put all the batteries, and I got 4 microphones, and it came with 8 batteries. So you have more than enough battery power to go through the day. The other thing is, the batteries on this thing are tremendous. I can easily run, if I'm just running like maybe 1 or 2 mics, I can easily go 8, 9 hours, no problem, just on one battery. If I'm running all 4 mics, I can basically take the master, will usually run out of power about 8 hours in, and then I can replace it. But because I got doubles of everything, I've never even come close to running out of battery power on any shoot I have. And I love the fact you plug in one place, and boom, this thing charges them all at the same time. It's not concurrent. So you're literally charging every battery all at once, and they charge pretty fast. So this thing, as far as power-wise goes, you know if you get it, it's gonna basically be able to run with you all day on set. Now, another good thing about this is the range that these things come with. Now, Hollyland says that these things have about 1,000-foot range. I'll be honest, I haven't tested that, but I've had no problem with this on any normal size film set. I think if maybe you're in the middle of a city or something like that, you might run into some interference if you're more than like 500, 600 feet away. That's just kind of experience talking. But for me, on big sound stages, even big properties, I've had no problem getting this. So if you're within like say 400 yards or so of wherever you need to be, this thing is going to basically keep a pretty solid signal. I've never actually experienced a signal drop off on this in any way, shape, or form. Even when I have Teradeks and stuff on my camera that have a very strong signal source, these things have come through pretty good. I'm sure if I was out there shooting like 5 city blocks away, that'd probably be a problem. But honestly, if I'm shooting something that big, I'm probably gonna have a more like bigger radio system anyway, so I don't really think that's what these things are designed for. And as far as operation, it's pretty simple. I mean, you basically pop open this right here. You can just slip a battery in. Show you how it goes. It's this fast. You slip a battery in, and then it's got an on and off switch right here. You slip it on, and then it's good. You just click it on, and now you are good to go. The other thing that's really nice about this is they come and they just are paired automatically. You don't even have to think about it. They just pair automatically. And on the side, you got 2 buttons for volume. You can go up and down, or if you need to, you can pair new ones. So let's say you start off with like a 4, but you can't get two kits or 3 kits, whatever you want, you can pair up to 7 receivers per microphone. So that gives you a chance, like you can start out smaller and grow with it. And all you gotta do is hold this A button here. If you hold it down for 5 seconds, it'll pair with the new mic. And once it's paired, honestly, it just works right out of the box. You don't have to think about it, which is really, really appreciated. And the areas that I find myself using this as a cinematographer or a director are actually when I'm communicating with my team of people. This is really, really helpful if I'm on a film set, for instance, and I want to communicate with my gaffer. My gaffer's got one of these. I can actually send him all the way outside if he's shooting through windows and stuff. I'm not screaming through windows. I have a very, very easy, clear line of communication. He can ask me questions and vice versa. Very, very helpful. Another area that's really helpful is if I'm doing multi-camera teams. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll sit behind my monitor and I can see each camera operator, and especially when I was doing my film, which had 2 cameras going at all times, I could watch both cameras, and with this I could communicate with both my camera operators in real time while we were filming and fix little things like I wanted to get exactly set in my movie. And that is a critical thing. You don't want to stop a set when an actor's in a flow because the camera operator's not getting it exactly where you want. So being able to communicate like this was very, very helpful. The other thing that I think is really for someone like me that's got a loud voice, which comes really helpful in, is when you're talking on this mic, it just forces you to control your sound volume. And that really has a huge attitude on set. I mean, if you're on set having to scream across at your gaffer or a grip to go put something somewhere, it just inherently raises a bit of tension on the set, or at least chaos. This keeps everything nice and quiet and calm and lets you quietly communicate back and forth. And I found the actors like this, the crew likes this. It just adds a much more relaxing and pleasing and creative environment on set. So having these headsets is really, really vital. Not only does it add to the ability to more comfortably communicate with your team, I think it also, there's a perception component with that I think if you show up with this on like a commercial site, your clients are just going to be impressed. It makes you come across as a more professional outfit. And yeah, that may be kind of a silly thing, but it does matter because it does instantly get that kind of extra level of respect from your client because they see that you're approaching this as professionals, and that can help you when you're on a set. Now, whenever I am talking about any system, I do like to mention any cons that may come with it. To be honest, I don't have really anything super negative to say about this Hollyland system just because it does exactly what you'd expect it to be. I will say there is a limitation of it that is important to know, and that is this. The Hollyland system is great. You can pair up to 7 receivers per master mic, but you can't log into any other bigger communication set. So if you're on a system where you've got a big team of people, you probably may need either a second mic that communicate with the whole team of, say, art, crafty, makeup, all that stuff, because this is really designed for a smaller team situation. I do wish there was a way that you could change the channels on there to kind of maybe log into a bigger system so you could still use the ergonomics of the headset with the walkies that everyone is on set using. So it's just something to be concerned. But I really think that if you're on set using this Hollyland system, it really is designed for smaller kind of sets and crews. I think if you're on a set with 50, 60 people, it's not really designed for that. And even in those situations, I still use those because I can still have an earpiece that I can kind of pop in and out and then still use that to maybe communicate to a select group of camera operators or team members. But it's something you should be aware of if you're looking at getting this system. Not necessarily a con, but it is a limitation that you need to be aware of. If you have smaller productions, then this is going to be no problem for you whatsoever, pretty much anytime. And really the last thing that I think is really appreciated is when you get this system, it does come in kind of a nice little carrying case like this. And I really like this. You can fit all 4, I can fit all 4 of my mics in here that I got the 4 system one and my battery charger. They all slip in here really easy. It's a nice case and I can just easily put this in my bag, and it's just nice having a case, man. Don't have to worry about this stuff falling around. I can easily pack this stuff up. It takes about 3 minutes at the end of the shoot to pop all the batteries, get it on there, and then I can plug them all in, like I said, at once, and they all start charging. It's ready to go for the next day. So anyway, there you go. I mean, it's a simple piece of technology that makes a big difference. And I think a lot of us get so caught up in cameras and lenses and lights that sometimes we forget about the other parts that make a production really kind of come together and feel a lot better. And certainly this Hollyland SolidCom C1 is the best mic I've seen for this money. I mean, it blows everything out of the water, and I just love the hands-free aspect of it. And I think it's one of those things that if you get it, you'll find it makes a huge difference on your set pretty much from the first time you get it. Anyway, guys, I hope that was helpful. I'd love to hear what you had to say with this. Leave me notes and comments down below. And yeah, I got to keep on shooting. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon.